I don't know. She's a saint for me, because had she not intervened in my life and not created the avenue for me to experience ego death, I'd either have a really mediocre existence or I'd be dead in full. And you know, I had no love in my life. I had no purpose in my life. My whole purpose, as you know, was just craft. It was just, I'm gonna be good at this thing, and that's all that I have. The only thing I care about in life is being a good actor. And that's such a vapid, shallow existence. And 3 emotions that I toggled between, which was I would feel anxiety, depression, and excitement. And I thought excitement was joy, and I thought lack of depression was serenity,
peace. Yep.
And I had no spiritual life. I had I was bankrupt spiritually. I thought my whole spirituality was this craft, because other than smoking weed and drinking, the only spiritual experience I ever felt was on set. You know, that's the only time my perspective would shift and change, and it's the only time I ever felt useful. And it's a spiritual growth path. I'm on an excavation. I'm picking it up, cleaning it up, putting it back. You know, I didn't just hurt that woman. The kind of shame my wife has to walk around with, you know, the pain that came to the people I was working with creatively. Even I built this, like, me and Bo built like something really special downtown, and all them kids, you know, I just failed a lot of people. And so when I say I'm gonna owe, it's not just her. I owe a lot of people. And so the reason I wanted to do this, and the reason why I felt like celestial mathematics when you hit me up, was it's not a lot of places I can go talk, period, you know? And I guess old me would have looked at this like, oh, well, this is an opportunity for you to like speak your piece. But really the only thing I want to do is like give dudes who fuck up hope. Absolutely. Yeah. What can this achieve? Who can this touch? Victim, perpetrator, someone lost, someone who's trying to be found. Yeah, all that. Who on that path? Pain is an adhesive, bro. If you've been through it, you can connect to people. Period. End of story. It's a game changer, dog. You know, like you would always talk about your kid, and I was like, yeah, well, I've had a dog, as though them like as though these loves are like anywhere near what you experience when you have a kid. But this was all tied in too. Like it came at a time when, you know, me and my girl been in love for a long time, but I didn't really know it. You know, I didn't really know what love was till all this shit hit the fan, and she was still around. I thought she was in love with me because of what I could offer. I didn't know that when I had shit, jack all, fuck all, nothing to offer, she would still love me. So I didn't really know what love was, right? That's one. And out of this like newfound discovery of real love in my life, this kid, you know, and I'm not gonna pretend like I done figured it all out. It's such a mystery, you know. What scares you? What scares me is like, if nobody tells you about the first 3 weeks, you know, the first 3 weeks, man, I remember changing the diaper. Yeah. You know, I've been hanging out with monks for 9 months, and I came out of monastery, and I've been in rehab for 3 months, and I've been working, you know, been outside for a while, and so I thought I had like things dialed in, like I could press the pause button. But when you're changing a diaper, and you change it, and then you put it back on, she shits again. And then you change it again, and she shits again. And it's 3 in the morning, you ain't slept for 4 days. And you're on it's the third iteration of shit, and you're sitting there at the table, and you change it one more time, and you say to yourself, if you shit one more time, I'm gonna jump out the fucking window. Like, I'm done, right? And you're looking at your kid, and you're just thinking, how? How am I gonna get through this? And you put the 4th diaper on, and she doesn't shit. It feels like a miracle. It feels like God is hugging you. Like, I got you, bro. So I don't know if I'm infusing a bunch of stuff, but there's some kind of incredible genius in my child, but she's testing me, and she's forcing me to give up on me. Yeah. That's right. Which is what I need. Way more important. Yeah, I mean, way bigger. Obviously way more important, but it also feels like some kind of weird reset button. For sure. Like, I know that I'm never gonna be the dude I was in front of this woman, you know? And I know that I'm never gonna treat my wife the way that I treated her around this woman. It's almost like having the ultimate parole officer. Yeah. It's like the ultimate probation officer. I've never looked down on having a you're looking at your kid, and you're just thinking, how am I gonna get through this? And you put the 4th diaper on, and she doesn't shit. It feels like a miracle. It feels like God is hugging you. Like, I got you. Forcing me to give up on me. Yeah.
That's right.
Which is what I need.
Way more important.
Yeah, I mean,
way bigger.
Obviously way more important, but it also feels like some kind of weird reset button.
For sure.
Like, I know that I'm never gonna be the dude I was in front of this woman, you know? And I know that I'm never gonna treat my wife the way that I treated her around this woman. It's almost like having the ultimate parole officer. Yeah. It's like the ultimate probation officer. I've never looked down on having a probation officer. I need somebody to keep me accountable. Because freedom without guidelines and limitations is fucking madness. You know, if I strip you naked and throw you in the ocean, you'll be free, but you won't enjoy it. You know, I need guidance. And my kid is serving as some kind of ultimate, like
North Star?
Yeah. For sure, North Star, but more than that, first of all, my kid is so fucking joyful. Like, she's just always, I've been around doctors, and maybe all doctors say this, but like, I've been around doctors saying like, this is the most joyful kid I've ever been around. Right. You know, she's raised in complete love, and my wife is such a good mother. She's a part of a new purpose that I didn't have. You know, I was living for myself, and when you're holding a baby, like, baby don't care about none of your shit, you know.
Like, what do you think being a good dad is? What do you gotta bring to the table?
I'm honest.
Yep.
I'm loyal. I'm willing. I'm open.
Curious.
Super curious, and I'm learning how to be a man of principles.
Give voice to what you're scared of and what you're worried about being a dad, and what you think you need to focus on, and what you're worried about with your relationship with her for the future.
I'm not worried about much anymore. Like, I don't live in fear. I don't have a bunch of worry like that.
What do you need to work on?
Yeah, there's a lot I need to work on. First off, just in terms of having a daughter and knowing your daughter is one day gonna search your name in a search engine and see that. And I was using people like I was in a laboratory measuring shit and like quite controlling. I mean, you know how I am on set too. You know, the way I was operating on set was the actor is the poet. You know, like you're in a solitary, you're on your own like journey. That's a bunch of nonsense, but this is what I was living in. It's the shit I came up with. You know, the actors that I looked up to, the art that I was inspired by. They moved like the actor is the poet. I was moving like in my life like I was that way.
Right.
That does something to the way you operate in the world.
Yeah.
Some people are attracted to it because that confidence is attractive, and it feels comforting to be around somebody who you think knows something. It's attractive. It calms my own insecurity to be around a person who is fully acquainted and acclimated to their craft or their mission in life. When somebody's really confident in something, it's nice to be around that energy because it feels like guidance. It feels like you can lean on it.
Yeah, they got to figure it out.
They got to figure it out. Stuff also happened to a man named St. Augustine. And they started breaking down Augustine to me and who he was, and started explaining to me who St. Francis was. And you come to find that most of these stories of saints in the faith were fuck-ups. Full-blown fuck-ups. They weren't perfect people who did perfect shit their whole lives and then wound up. Requirement.
Touched by God from the beginning, pooping gold, like
It wasn't that way.
Yeah.
The requirement for their sainthood was the fuck-up.
That they've been there.
They had to have experienced real negative shit in their life to be able to have this other thing, this salvation, this hero's journey. They're explaining saints to me, it's like the hero's path. I mean, this is kind of part of being a man. It's like, you kind of got to fuck it all up a little bit.
I think so.
I think part of learning is dying. I think part of learning is you got to die a little bit. Because what is learning? Learning is me giving up on my old shit, my old ideas. Those ideas have to die for me to be open to some new shit. And so me learning how to be a better man, I had to die a little bit.
And when you kill shit inside of you, man, there's a fucking hole. And you don't know what to put in there. And
right.
You just got to find the right food.
Right.
You got to find the right food.
And I was lucky to have like some good dudes in my life at the time when it hit for me to be able to fill it with the right shit. And I'll never be able to. It's the first time I really understood love because I didn't have nothing to give. And I was sitting there thinking like, well, I don't have nothing. It's not sexy to be with me. Don't you get it? Like, people out here accusing me of like putting makeup on my genitals and like shooting dogs and shit. Like, you know, that's what I'm being accused of. and you're showing up for me like you're gonna be tied to this shit. It didn't make no fucking sense. And love is irrational that way. You can't rationalize real love. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And I had spent my whole life trying to rationalize it. Like, you know, this dude hits me up. He's in my corner because, you know, we fuck with the same craft. You know, in a culture that told me going to war made you a man. Going to prison and coming back makes you a man. Making $1 million makes you a man, you know, and it doesn't. And you don't know it till you've done all these things and realize, damn, I'm still a little fucking boy. Yeah. Or been around people who've been there a bunch of times. You know, I don't know nothing about being at war like Kevin, but I know a bunch of soldiers that come back and are still fucking little boys. Can't wait to get back out. I know so many dudes can't wait to get back out, you know. Guys that we know, you know, warriors. But even warriors don't make you a man.
That's right.
You know. Also, my definition of warrior has changed.
Me too.
Like, you know, I didn't really know what that meant. And really, it's about bringing others back. And that's my whole fucking mission, dog, really. Is just to, like, dudes who've been where I've been or something similar, just know it gets better. It does. Like, it don't make no sense. It doesn't make no sense. It's irrational. It doesn't make any sense on paper that I could have joy in abundance in my life, that I could feel any kind of joy in my life after being what I've been. It doesn't make...
The path isn't clear. It's not lit up. You got to find it.
Yeah, and also you got to get the fuck out of the way. That's where the work really, really is. It's like getting out the way and allowing this bigger thing to work in your life. Because the bigger thing is working in your life whether you know it or not. And you're either going to let go willingly or you're going to get dragged. But either way, you're going to be humbled in this life. And there's nothing you can do about it.